So right behind me is my Golf 7.5 1.4 TSI. I'm saying that because this car actually shares the same engine as the 1.4 Polo TSI. It's sharing the same engine, it also shares the same gearbox. And if you should know anything about the scrapyard dealers, the price goes up a little bit if you're talking about a car that costs about $500,000 if it's brand new, as compared to a Polo TSI that you can get maybe for about $250,000 to $300,000. So I've been going about this the wrong way. I've been checking for a Golf 7.5 automatic gearbox and being quoted $45,000 to $30,000. So I did a little bit of research and I found out that this car and the Polo TSI share the same engine and share the same gearbox. So what did I do? I got my quote based on a Polo TSI automatic DSG. How much did I get quoted? As little as 15,000 to 18,000 Rand. And I've bought the gearbox and here they are side by side. This one is from a Polo 8, which is also a TSI. And let me tell you something, these gearboxes are spot on, the same part numbers, everything. So we just jumped from about 30,000 to as little as 18 grand. So things are looking up. Of course, there are a little bit of differences with these gearboxes, which is the cups for your CVs, your drive shafts. It's different from the Golf 7.5. So we just have to use a Allen key 6mm to remove this one and put it onto that one so that the drive shafts can work on this car. You should also know that this gearbox is also the same for a Audi A1, the T-Cross, as well as some of the Tiguans as well that carry the 1.4 TSI engine. So let's get this box fitted and let's see if this car drives. Get it up. Konsen kommer der. Mango. Also push. Push, lächeln. Push. Push. Jetzt extension, shoot extension. So for a much more smoother gearbox installation, we'll have to remove this whole subframe because we had a really hard time with this subframe when we were removing the box. So now everything is actually out and we're trying to drop it and lower it. I'll keep you wiring la. Wiring la. The piece over there. Ambofuna I side cut. Mbambe. Young Mbambe. Sheshes. So our subframe is completely out of the vehicle right there, and right now it's just us and the gearbox. The CV joint cups have been changed from our old gearbox to our new gearbox, so all that is left is for us to lift this baby right here and put it onto the engine and see if we have motion after installation. All right, let's keep our fingers crossed. Sharp. So the fight still continues on this Golf, and I've managed to get my subframe on. It just involved a lot of swearing and cussing, so that's why I didn't actually record any footage of that, because yeah, it was a little bit of a tight squeeze and Needed a lot of strength as well, couldn't multitask. So we actually got the subframe on, the gearbox is also on nicely and firmly, and our top mounting is also on, and our bottom lollipop mounting is on. So right now what we are actually thinking of doing is basically to put back all of the electricals and run the car and see if the drive shafts actually turn. If they do turn, it means our box is working. Yeah. So we're just busy lowering the car now. All of the electronics on the bottom of the car, the bottom end of the car, have been back installed in the vehicle. So right now we're just going to do the top end, put on the battery, everything that requires the vehicle to start and drive. We're going to put back all of the electronics and just leave the drive shafts, as you can see them over there on the floor. Leave all of that out just to see if it's running, so that we do not waste our time in terms of putting back everything and then we find that the gearbox that we got is also got an issue. So let's try and put back the top and see if she runs. Let's go. So everything has been connected down to the battery. So right now I'm gonna go in the driver's seat, try and start this baby up again, and I know it runs. So we're gonna see now if it drives with the new gearbox. I know we have to realign the mechatronics as well as recode that. I'm gonna try and get that sorted out and then try and start the car. In fact, let's try and start the car without recoding and realigning. Let's start it up and run it and see if it drives. Sharp. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. All right. So now I'm currently in the car. Let's start her up. Let's first switch it on. What the maneuver braking currently unavailable. So we got nothing that's flashing up. It's just coming back with the stabilization error, and what is that that's flickering? That's the tire pressure light. Immobilizer active. I think the immobilizer is also on the mechatronics on these cars. I'm not sure. It might not start. I'm not sure. But let's try and start it up and see. But I think the immobilizer needs to get coded to the key. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, this thing is not gonna run, boy. Okay. It does start. Okay, so it does start. Now we're gonna attempt to put it in park. Attempt to put it in drive. Okay. Currently got it in drive. Let's see. I'll pay it up to Apendo. I'm a CV joint. Apendo. Oh fuck, the CVs are not turning. Load. Nothing, boy. Oh, gearbox error, you can drive on. Okay, let's try and reset all of the codes and try again. Alright, so I think this gearbox needs coding. If not coding, they sold us a faulty gearbox. That's one other thing about second-hand spares. You have to be willing to take the L if the part doesn't work. It's not their problem, it's a you problem. So yeah, I've tried to adapt this gearbox and there is no progress. The gearbox light still remains over there. So I'm just gonna run the diagnostics on the transmission unit and see what it comes back with. But yeah, all of these hours have just gone down the drain. So yeah, this is a little bit frustrating. So but we move sharp. So we have managed to assemble the whole car, which are the wheels and everything. The car is currently idling. We are just bleeding the cooling system because we had to also disconnect the radiator when we were fitting the gearbox. But got some very unfortunate news that the car is still not driving. I thought this one would be the same as the Golf 7s and the Golf 6s and the Sirocco DSGs. I fitted a ton of gearboxes, and even after fitting a new gearbox, you don't actually have to code it. It's just realigning. You put the gearbox on and it always drives. And then as time goes on, I do call my specialist to do the coding or cloning of the previous mechatronics. So this car really let me down. I thought it would be the same story. I thought it would not need coding as well, but it does need coding. So I'll take it to my specialist tomorrow, tow it there, and we'll have to see if it comes right. Otherwise, comment down below. Let me know what you think might be the issue. I guess we'll have to see and wait again on the next episode. Sharp. Make sure you like and you subscribe. So this is my Golf 7.5 and today is a brand new day. We had the gearbox fitted in yesterday. To my surprise, it did not work like the Golf 7 GTIs and the Golf 6 GTIs and the Siroccos, because those, when I normally put in a new gearbox, it works and then you just have to realign. But with these ones, you have to code. The mechatronics gets locked and the vehicle will not drive. So I'm going to be taking this car to my specialist to get the mechatronics cloned, and then we're going to put the old data and information onto this new gearbox of ours and see how the vehicle drives, if it does drive. So today we'll be crossing fingers. We're sending the car to our specialist. Keep me in your prayers. So the Golf 7.5 has been successfully coded. The gearbox has been successfully coded. I just got a ring right now to come and collect the car. Apparently it's driving, so let's go check it out. That's my 7.5 right there, baba. So the Golf 7.5 just got delivered, and yes, it was driven here. So I was definitely right. There was nothing wrong with the gearbox. The issue was just the coding. So we got ourselves a running Golf 7.5 and driving. So yeah, let's do the first test drive. So I am officially back from my test drive, and this thing drives like a dream. I actually am regretting why I put this thing up for sale. It's already sold. So this thing is driving like a dream. So I got this car for 120, and then I spent another 20 grand on the gearbox, and then I spent another 1,500 in coding, and then some some towing fees, but that's like 800 rand, so it's nothing. So I think in total we've spent about 142,000 on this Golf 7.5. Let me know down in the comments if that is a bargain, because what I sold this car for, you will not believe. Let me know down in the comments if you also want to know how much we sold this car for, and you will be the first to know on my next video when we get started on the Golf 7 GTI. I'm also going to try and get that thing running within one video like I did on this Golf 7.5. So this baby is running with close to nothing that was spent, and she is looking immaculate. All I have to do is to just get the car washed, cleaned up, and deliver it to the new owner. Hopefully they will be as happy as I am about this. As a matter of fact, I'm even thinking of going back on my word. The way this thing is so nice and sexy. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed this video, and also let me know if you want to know how much we sold this bad boy for. Shop.